soul's been away.
What baby pigeons up there, Pete?
No, they're gone.
There you go.
Are you right? Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally like.
Right.
It's all I see on Instagram.
Yeah, there's a funny part of it, right? I'm going to do Gen Z. Why can't we just push each other down?
No.
Thank you so much, Paul. Call me if you need some help. Okay. And we'll keep the bag. You can put clothes in that, or is it not in the bag? Hold on. Okay.
like, actually, that's cancelled out anyway.
What? You live at Greyhound Place. No, but your preference is 3 years cash. You do cash. Fernandito, Fernandito.